So here's an update to a pretty popular video I covered about 2 months ago, which is titled, Girlfriend Said We Open Our Relationship or Break Up, so I hooked up with a female friend in our bed. And a shout out to Isaac for letting me know there's an update here. And guys, as a recap, because it's been 2 months, that's about the guy who was in a relationship with his girl, I think 3 years, give or take. Thought they had a good thing going. I think they were on their way to the altar. And out of nowhere, she brings up the idea of the open relationship. Shocker. Something like she didn't get enough experience, blah, blah, blah. And of course, he didn't go for this. And she kept badgering him, and finally she did put the pressure on that if you don't give him that open relationship, well, I may have to break up with you or take a break or something. So he caves. And next thing you know, she's off on a Friday night, dressed up all hot, goes out with her girlfriends, don't wait up for me. And understandably, he's upset. Invites his female friend over who likes him, and they end up hooking up in their bed. Girl comes home, sees them in bed, freaks out. He's the bad guy. But guess what? She wanted the open relationship, and it's a two-way street. And so we're going to do an update to this whole thing. And as I said before, she wanted the open relationship. She got what she wanted. But what really happened is she was expecting that she would have the open relationship and hook up with other dudes. Well, he sat around pining for her. No, it didn't work out that way. So he says here, Hi Reddit, it's been a while and a lot has happened since I last posted. A ton of people were inquiring about how the whole situation played out, asking me for an update. It's been an incredibly hectic month for me, but things have started to settle down and I'm ready to update. Yeah, I'm sure it's been hectic, full of drama. So for starters, my girlfriend and I end up officially breaking up a few days after my initial post. It was not a pretty scene. Oh, I'm sure it wasn't. She kept calling me a cheater and telling me what a piece of crap I was for cheating on her. Really? You're the cheater? She wanted to open the relationship. In fact, actually, it was now open. She was out with a bunch of girlfriends, dressed up all hot and sexy. You're free to hook up with whoever you want, again, according to her so-called terms. She's full of crap. I took this for a few days while I tried to figure out what to do, but eventually I snapped back at her one day. I should have tried to keep my cool, but I told her she's generally the stupidest person I ever met in my life. For thinking an open relationship would work out and it's her fault everything blew up. I told her I play by her rules and it's not my fault I found someone to hook up with faster than she could. There you go, ding, ding, ding. And it's possible that night when she went out, she didn't hook up. She was dressing hot and sexy and everything, but probably the guy that she liked, the guy that she opened the relationship for in the first place, either wasn't there or rejected her. And meanwhile, this guy's fucking this chick in their bed. She told me she didn't want to cheat on me. She wanted to explore, and I should have understood. This is her fucking rationale, her logic here. She didn't want me to cheat. She didn't want to cheat on me, but she wanted to explore. Yeah, she wanted to explore sausage. She's full of crap. Or she's going to explore until she finds a dude, then she could cheat. We went in circles arguing for a bit, but I eventually told her to get out of my apartment. Good for you. I pay rent, and my name is on the lease. And I had to threaten to call the cops before she realized that I was serious. Well, dude, many guys here watching this have argued with women, girlfriends, wives, and all that. How does it usually work out? You have a headache. You have a fucking migraine that doesn't go away for a long time. You're wasting your time because they're going to throw drama and crying and emotions and pulling up things out of nowhere like you forgot to take out the trash back in January and all sorts of shit like that. You're like, what the fuck are we talking about here? Don't argue with women. If they're not willing to talk to resolve an issue, walk. Or you learn the hard way, and you do. After I told her to get out, she of course then broke down crying, saying she had nowhere to go, and told me she loved me and wanted to make things work. Well, hold on here. How about the whole conversation about you threatening to break up with me? If I didn't give you an open relationship, and now you're crying and want to make things work and you love me so much. No, too little, too late. Go stay with the guy you like. Oh, wait, he rejected you. Too bad. I held firm and told her to leave. After she was out, I immediately felt better, realizing that relationship was terrible for me. It was terrible. The next day, I called up my friend, the one I slept with in the original post, and asked if she wanted to come over and drink and game. She said yes, of course, given what happened last time we ended up hooking up again. Hey, Good for you. The quickest way to get over a gal is to get another one under you, but you need to take your time. Otherwise, you're going to make a mistake. My ex ended up coming by the next day to pick up the rest of her stuff, and boy, let me tell you, she was not happy to see my friend. She didn't start anything, but I could tell by the way she was acting, she was seething. Tough shit, lady. She started this whole thing. This guy would have been loyal, loving to her, probably to his dying day, but she effed it all up. And I bet you this dude's friend, this girl that he's sleeping with, she's obviously been in the picture and probably liked them all along. And she's probably sitting there with a fucking Cheshire cat grin on her face, enjoying all this. My friend and I ended up talking more until eventually I asked her out and she said yes. Duh, of course she's going to say yes. You're rushing into this, man. We've been together for the past month, and I have to say it's a healthier and better relationship would be an understatement. I've been friends with her for a long time, and I think we're both always sort of had a thing for each other, but never really acted on it until we were basically handed that perfect opportunity by my ex. We have a lot in common, and we are way better at communicating with each other, and so far this whole relationship has been amazing. Thank you all for the advice in the previous post. I really appreciate that. Well, you know what? If he's happy, I'm happy. My just concern is that he's rushing into this too fast, but you know what? He's obviously known this girl a long time, at least he thinks he does. She's known him always. I mean, there have been situations. I've known relationships that have started like this, where a guy and a gal were acquainted, they had similar friends, but one was always in a relationship with somebody else. They weren't cheaters. They both find themselves single. They get together, and they got a great thing going. I hope that's the case. And you never know. They'll have quite a good story how they got together for the grandkids. But I just think this guy should, take his time. Don't rush too much. But we can hope somebody has a happy ending here. But good for him. Good for him kicking her out. And I love these stories when these a-holes put these good guys in these positions and it backfires completely. It's wonderful. But remember, gentlemen, new relationship, guys. Your girl asks for an open relationship. Either she's already hooking up with some other dude or she's got somebody all ready to go. Or they hope so, and that guy rejects them. Then they want to make things go back to normal. A few comments before I wrap this up and go off to Dunkin' Donuts, get my coffee. He says, she wanted to go out and hook up with other men as you sat at home pining for her and wondering why you're inadequate. She wanted to explore, huh? What does she think you were going to be doing meantime? Washing her drawers and cooking her meals? You dodged a bullet, definitely not the a-hole. That's exactly what she wanted. She wanted to go free, have a good time, and while this guy was just pining for her. Does that sound like love to you? No. Another one. Wow, what a wild ride. It sounds like you dodged a serious bullet with your ex. Who knew a breakup could lead to leveling up in the relationship game? It's like you went from a horror movie to a rom-com in a matter of days. Yeah, be careful with that. Good for you for standing your ground and recognizing what you really wanted. And hey, if your new relationship is all better communication and mutual understanding, it sounds like you're both winning. Cheers to finding someone who is on the same page. Here's to drama-free zone and many, many happy gaming nights ahead. Amen. This guy's got it made. He's a gaming guy. He likes that type of thing. So she. So when they're not playing games together, they can play other games together, and he's got it made. So I wish this guy all the best. Another happy ending for these open relationship jackasses. And she's probably, this girl she's good looking and she's young. She found some other sucker. But at least for now, she looks like a fool.